All right. Uh, Welcome back, everyone, to Vault Companions. This is the fifth episode of Bioshock Perdition. We'll be playing the Kids on Bike system published by Hunters Entertainment. My name is Patrick. I'll be the game master. My pronouns are he, him, and I will throw it over to Natalie.
Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie, she, they, otherwise known as Ghost Candle on most places on the internet. And I play Addison, she, her, and she is a civic engineer in Rapture.
All right, and I'll throw it over to Sparrow.
Hi, hello. I am your favorite bird on the interweb, A Black Sparrow, from the Feywild and the Zeldathon teams. My pronoun is he, him. And I am playing Wendell Hendricks, whose pronouns are also he, him, and is also an engineer in Rapture.
Excellent. And we'll go over to Diana.
Hi, folks. I am Dianna, also known as Girl Pants. My pronouns are she, her. I'm really excited to be here. I will be playing Hellcat, also pronouns she, her, a washed up boxer and thug.
And we'll go move on to Flynn.
Hi, my name is Flynn. My pronouns are they, she, and I will be playing Josephine Holiday, who is a dancer at Eve's Garden, and her pronouns are she, her, and you can find me on Blue Sky at OMG Flynn.
All right. Now remember, we would love for you to support this incredible cast. We have a tip jar open on our Ko-Fi. $1 will get our deepest gratitude. $3 will buy Hippo Eve, which is a +2 to any roll. And $5 will buy some Atom, which is a token that they can use for some fun tricks like Incinerate or adding to a dice roll. Uh, Go ahead and visit ko-fi.com/vault companions to contribute. Thank you very much. Content warnings. Bioshock Perdition is set in a volatile underwater environment with society in turmoil. Please enjoy responsibly. Content warnings for this episode may include war, fantasy violence, harm to loved ones, substance use and abuse, body horror, monsters and monstrosity, descriptions of severe illness, guns, memory loss, societal collapse, characters in crisis after traumatic experiences both recent and in the past, interrogations, mentions of injections, torture, drowning, claustrophobia, mental breakdown or paranoia, and jump scares. We encourage you to step away if at any point this content becomes not enjoyable for you. We are keeping each other safe at the table and want you to enjoy safely too. So, as a recap, um, we were in Prometheus Point, trying to get into crack into op, what is it? The old Fontaine Futuristics building, Optimized Eugenics now. Uh, there's some stiff security, and cleverly, Wendy saw that perhaps they would be less inclined to uh, look at a maintenance worker and use that cover to allow for Hellcat to deftly make their way into the facility, dodging any kind of suspicion at all. Uh, and while Addison cautiously waited for their moment to find a moment to break through, um, they caught a glimpse of Josephine perhaps wandering off for some trouble of their own as they headed off towards the Little Wonder Orphanage. And as that kind of kerfuffle was happening, Wendy was approached by Bridget Tannenbaum, of all people, who seemed to have mistaken them for someone else. But that's, you know, not important or uh, something to keep track of. We return now Let's see if we can do.
Well,
The crew are all in place. There's a security door that is between most of the crew and Hellcat, who is already inside. Dianna, I'll describe a couple of things for you. You're moving through. You are able to kind of, if you go anywhere very high profile, you may have to, try your luck at it. But for right now, just moving about the halls, you're practically invisible. You can, you see Rapture's brightest at work. They're there's immense tanks full of atom. You've never seen so much atom accumulated in one place. I will say, you do see security cameras. You see hover drones ready to be deployed at a moment's notice. You see security guards who are armed. And I'll say you see another thing. As you're moving along, you start to hear this ticking sound, like, and as you round a corner, you peek, and I'm actually going to make you have you make a flight check over it. The DC is a 3. Go ahead.
This is so early to roll dice.
I mean, come on now. I don't know. This may be the stupidest idea I've ever had. Let's see. Oh shit! 4. Oh wait.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Exploded.
Oh, you exploded!
Exploded again!
You exploded again!
Stop it! See? I
Stop
love when
it!
you say
I
that your
just
moves
exploded
are bad.
again! I am not kidding! This is
Good.
real hype!
Keep
This is
it
real
going!
hype!
Keep
Oh
it
my
This is
going!
real hype!
I'm stressed.
Okay. That was it.
so guards.
Okay, so that was 3 explosions.
12.
So
Okay,
that's
so
a 12. 15. That is insane for me. Okay.
That is wild, because that's
Hellcat's
one away from
focused.
Let's
exploding
go. I can
again.
wrestle a bear. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Hey, Hellcat
God.
is uniquely qualified to be
Oh,
aware of their surroundings. They're constantly in situations that aren't safe for them. So when you start hearing this sound, this mechanical, repetitive sound, you immediately tense up and pull yourself to a corner, and you peek around, and this strange sight greets you. It's like a wooden office chair with the armrests, the leather backs, the wheels at the bottom, but in the seat, kind of an improvised machine with a motor that's running off of gasoline. It has some kind of computer terminal on it, but extending from it is a long 50 caliber machine gun. This is very much an improvised turret. You can immediately surmise, hey, this thing is tracking movement, but it's also tracking employees in the facility. And you know that you don't pass muster on that. Whatever biomechanics or whatever mechanism it is using to track people, you don't have that. So hey, stay out of his line of sight. It won't be a problem as long as it doesn't get a bead on you. You're okay. But you have that immediate flash of hey, these things can't be fooled. There's no there's no secret passphrase that you can use to get around it. You can try and figure out what the staff used to get around it, but for you right now on your own, it's just best to not be in its line of sight.
Yeah, I am not. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna try. Can I try and surmise it for a hot second? You know how when you look at something, you're like, can I try and surmise it?
Yeah,
just for a second.
Give me a brains roll.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. You know what?
For real? Hellcat for real.
I'm not joking, y'all. This is not fake. This is a legit. I'm sorry. I'll do it again. Okay.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of myself because I'm really stupid.
Wait, no, you're not.
So that was a 10.
Hellcat, you have a very specific field of knowledge.
I do.
Yeah. Mechanical devices aren't necessarily your bad, but you know that you take a sideways glance at it around the corner, and whatever it has to be able to detect a signal from range, and it has to be able to that signal has to be duplicated amongst employees. It's not something where the turret gun is looking at something and being like, oh, beep boop, you're an employee. There is something on the employees that is giving them clearance to move past these things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you would know exactly the shape of it, but you know that it has to be, you have to be able to carry it around. So it's like a bauble or a key card or some kind of badge that is readable from distance, but is discreet enough that isn't just like a giant tablet that says, "Don't shoot me, I'm an employee."
And just for clarity's sake, that turret is in the direction in which I need to go, or is it in the opposite direction? Because I'm used to checking people out, being in the shadows and just looking at people and scoping the scene. So, where I'm going with this? It's just I'm scoping, I'm watching, I'm looking, and I'm trying to decide if it's in my path, then I'm gonna do that. If it's not, then I'm Gucci and I'm just gonna leave.
And avoid Addison really sat down and tried to map out the old blueprints with you guys. There's slight changes. You can see that there have been alterations made, but I'll tell you what, you're rolling so hot. Give me
now roll terribly.
Give me a grit check.
Let me try and make it bad.
Let me try and make it bad.
I'm gonna say the DC is 6.
Grit. Guys, I swear to did I give I'm not joking.
Did you sell your soul?
I don't know. All I did was eat a pulled pork quesadilla. That's all.
That's the secret.
Hey,
it was Hawaiian made.
That's the secret.
Hawaiian made.
That's all I did. The secret was the pulled pork quesadilla. That is I'm killing it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna die this session, so I'm just gonna keep going with it. It's a 16. That's what's happened. I will most likely die. There's too many good things happening right now.
You see that it's blocking your path to the actual the backup generator. And you're like, okay, that's technically not your main goal. Is to get to the old Fontaine Futuristics place. You have the side mission that you were doing for your criminal compatriots.
Yeah.
This turret might inhibit you there. So I will say you immediately clock, oh, hey, if I get into the old Fontaine Futuristics place, we can... they tried to board that up. Regit explained, told Josephine that his job was to try and board that up. And so when you take a look around, you see a section where there's just a door, and you can see that it's a darkened space beyond it. And it's a door with a glass frosted front that has you can see the etchings of something that used to be there but was clearly scraped off in a way that, like, hey, we don't go in here anymore. And because I gave you the chance to roll and you absolutely killed it, you just kind of sneak over to that door handle, give it a quick try, and the latch turns and the door opens.
Hey, look at that.
I'm gonna cut away from you as
Please,
you
because I'm
quickly-
I'm on fire right now. But I need a break. 3 heart attacks.
I'll say we cut to Wendy, who you watch Bridget Tenenbaum depart back for Little Wonders orphanage. You're not quite sure what they were getting at. I mean, they did mention the procedure, but that's, I mean, there's not much that you can like scan your brain for. Is there anything that you would instead try and be looking for in this moment? Like, you don't hear anything from inside to indicate that an alarm has been raised. Is there something that you would be on the lookout for?
I think to kind of point of order, I think Wendy's first instinct after Bridget walks away is that he kind of grits his teeth a little bit because he wishes he would have played along. He wishes he would have maybe played into it and seen what he could have learned from that. And there's like a moment of like, if we were pulling some camera work here, there's a moment of him like leaning over to see like how far is she, like you can almost see like the wheels turning up, like how far is she, would it make any sense to try and stop her and like kick up a oh my gosh, you're right, the procedure, I totally, yes. But he thinks better of it because he knows there are 2 women that have guns very close by. And he has his shotgun in his bag, but like he's not like looking to start a fight. It's really just like a if he needs to get the fuck out of there kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So I think he's possibly looking to see the thing that he's looking for is he's looking in this maintenance box. Stuff is labeled. It's things have fallen to shit, but like they were meticulously done at one point. So he's looking to see what leads where, how he could possibly help Hellcat from here by maybe turning something off, buying himself some more time. Like he's trying to think of, he's like got his bag fully open now. He doesn't have a toolbox. It's kind of just like, it's kind of like a duffel bag with like one of those like older school like cloths that has everything kind of like wrapped into it as opposed to like a box, so to say. So he's like going through and seeing if there's anything that he can do to maybe just like buy himself a little bit of time or even just like help Hellcat out by maybe turning off the power to something or other further down the line.
I will say, give me a brains check. 5 will be a success, but that'll be a bit minimal. And every 5, it'll get you something more.
Okay, neat. I'm going to go ahead and grab the dice from my lovely new dice set that I got just yesterday. I just got to find the D12
Roll
here.
the dice.
I will, once I find the right one I'm looking for. I don't see her. But I will show you the dice anyway. You're probably not going to be able to see them very well. But...
Ooh,
kind of see them
I
a little
love
bit.
that.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's
pretty.
cool.
That's a Smoking Glue Guns original for you.
Hell yeah.
Hashtag not sponsored yet. Okay, so that's a 10 total.
Okay. You see that there's there's a line that's leading into ventilation. Ventilation is very important for them because, hey, if anything, they're working with chemicals, and chemicals often burst into, like, cause combustion or flame. And there needs to be a method by which they remove that smoke or gas or whatever it may be. And you can, I'll say that you can't shut it down. That would be like apocalyptic. Like it would essentially call down the highest of high. Oh no, this is an emergency. But I'll say, hey, what if you made it rattle a little bit? You know, just maybe a fan blade is off. Maybe something has a vibration in it that is just causing a disturbance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you go through and you find just a circuit panel, and you readjust a capacitor so that it oscillates instead of does a continuous rotation. So the fan falls out of balance, and you can hear it like in the ventilation system, like it's definitely like making vibrations, making sound, making and there's an immediate reaction in the security booth as the two guards there posted like look up from their desk and are like they don't have the speaker on, so you can't hear their reaction, but they're definitely they put their hands over their ears and they're kind of like wincing at the sound. And you don't think that it's just like this isn't just the fan for the security office. You actually hit it for the rest of Optimized Eugenics. So this is a disturbance that goes through the entire company. Any flight checks will now get an automatic +2.
To fully cover my tracks, Wendy's tracks, gonna come back around and look at the women and go, how long has that been an issue?
That literally just started. I mean, this place is falling apart all the time, but I don't remember. Hey, Deborah, did that always do that? And she's sitting at her desk like, no, man, it is a needle in my brain.
Tell you what, I'll do what I can, but I didn't really bring tools for that kind of a repair. So I'll do what I can, but it may take me a little bit. Is that all right? I mean,
they're gonna wave you through immediately. Like the door behind you closes and gets sealed in the small antechamber. And there's a brief like decontamination process. They're clearly like rocketing you through. You are like you will not have any clearance once you pass through these doors, but you are on the other side. The door opens, and you can follow any kind of electrical work to wherever you want to go to. But they like dip their head out of the security office and they're like, I think there's a maintenance access point back towards the old operation theater. Just like you'll see it to the door to the side. Just get in there. It is awful.
Sure, but we'll do as soon as I possibly can. So I'm gonna do the work I came here to do. But again, I didn't really bring tools for this, so I'll do what I can. But like I said, it could take me a little bit since I'm not properly equipped. But and he like kind of like puts his finger in his ear and twists a little bit. You're right, man. That is, I mean, it had to have been something relatively recent because that is atrocious. It's just awful sounding.
Yeah, they're gonna wave you
on 3 cats.
They're gonna wave you through, but they shout at you just don't go in the labs, and you are free to move around.
I'm sorry, I didn't see any crabs. What? Why would
And
there be
with that,
crabs in here? Whatever. I'll get to work. Thank you. He heard
with
them.
that, we're oh, absolutely. With that, we cut away as Addison, you are right next to Josephine, who just attempted to get into another very, very secure facility. And you were quick enough on the draw to kind of like pull them back for a second. And like you look in Josephine's eyes, and that there's that realization of that maybe they are in trouble. Wouldn't you, Flynn? You would say that you have just a moat of
Absolutely.
reticence.
Mm-hmm. I think with Josephine, she's not really all there when she's going to reach for little sisters every time, or thinking very much when she's trying to get into these spaces. And so as soon as another person enters in, like Addison, away from being a fucking idiot, it's the twinge of shit, I did it again. Like, I am not thinking, what the fuck am I doing? Like, but clearly trying to again pretend that nothing, like I'm not feeling any of that, and that nothing, I didn't do anything happening. I didn't do anything. So just pretending that's not actually, the regret is there, and you can see that I'm clearly bad at trying to hide the fact that I
Yeah,
don't have any problem.
very much. You feel like Addison's hand, there is gentleness, but it is a firm grip as she's like guiding Josephine back to where we're supposed to be heading. And then she sort of like takes your shoulders to face herself and immediately just under your chin lifts up your head. Josephine, this is the second time this happened, and I witnessed this one. You need to own these actions because you're about to be a liability to this.
Yes, ma'am. I Yes.
I remember what you said, those weeks ago after the last time. It's good to have weapons and plasmids, but it's not worth a damn if you can't keep your head on. One mistake, and you're not helping anybody anymore.
Not even myself. You're correct. Yeah, yes. I will screw her on tight.
Just
I think Josephine is trying to like kind of wince away from not like quickly at all, but like slowly trying to slink.
and Addison starts pulling out like a clipboard from her bag, puts it in Josephine's hand, sort of starting to set up their little maneuver to getting in. Well, if the imagery or idea being smeared by a big daddy doesn't stop you from getting close, maybe the idea of a little sister harvesting you might.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea of the little sisters, that's what I've got to worry about.
Just keep in mind we're about to enter a very guarded place, and there's a ton of information in there. And she stresses the word information. We're going to be around a lot of it. Very important stuff.
Yes.
Some of it includes you and Hellcat.
Yes, we've got to figure out what the is going on. Yeah, well, what's going on.
So let's
You're right.
get into your performance now. You are my personal assistant. This is what this pass is for, and the paperwork is for, is I was able to get you
Got it.
on it as a personal assistant. So we're going to get in there when we hear something, because that will give us the weakest point that we can infiltrate without them questioning us too much.
Got it. Yes. I'm probably only going to speak when spoken to.
You'll be okay. Just, if you get nervous, just refer to me. I can bullshit through anything. Made a living from it.
Still learning that one.
As the two of you observe, I think you noticed that Wendy made it inside while you had your little aside, and there doesn't appear to be alarms ringing. You do notice that the two security personnel in the security office are distressed. They're not activating an alarm, but they're not really happy with their current situation. And the coast is relatively clear, but if you are waiting for a moment, I would say you could maybe give me a brains or flight check.
Okay. I'll do brains.
Both
It's
are
a better
one.
one.
How about this? Flynn, if you would like to do a charm check, and for every, I'll say 5 gets you a +1 to the roll, and every 2 over that gives you another +1 to the roll.
Cute. I like that. That was cool, Patrick. Oh, I got a 6.
Okay.
Okay.
And so, Natalie, you have a +1 to whatever you decide to roll.
Okay, I'm going to do brains because that's a good die, and I have a +1 in it already, so it'll be a +2 now.
Okay.
Right. So that is 10 total.
Okay. I'll say you're looking at this security checkpoint, and you are aware of you just had 2 people go in, 2 who were not scheduled or who were not necessarily on the authorized list. And so you know that if 2 more show up and are like, hey, random inspection time, immediately you're going to set off flags. So like while the coast doesn't look clear, it looks like you're just going to have to like pause here for a minute to just like let just enough time pass so it's not just like a conga line of people trying to break through security. Yeah. But you're ready, and on the moment that something looks opportune, you can jump in there. I'm gonna spring to Hellcat. You step into darkened and kind of musty office space. The previous space that you walked through was like linoleum and tile and like that very sterile, very clean, and very like that acrid smell of like a lot of cleaner being used to sterilize an environment. And then you step into a place that smells like, ooh, it has like the accumulation of like age to it. It's been just settling on its own self. And I'll say this: you try for there's a light toggle on the wall, and you click it, and nothing.
There's no light
There's
at
no
all.
light. No light
Coming
at all.
from anywhere.
You are running off of the light coming in from that frosted glass on the front door, and you're not in pitch darkness, but everything is not revealed to you.
All right. I mean, I'm used to this sort of situation.
Yeah.
And so gonna take it nice and easy, and sort of like wait a little bit for my eyes to sort of adjust to the darkness. and stick to any walls? Question mark. That exist?
Absolutely.
Stick to walls, and if there are, and then try and navigate as best as I can.
Yeah. You are so deft at getting into this facility that it's effortless for you to kind of like disappear into the darkness. You're just doing your skulking job. This is one of the many things that you've done before, so it's a breeze. You get in here and you realize, like, you're looking around and you're seeing a lot of office and storage and stuff like that. And what you're realizing is that um, this facility is now owned by Andrew Ryan, who runs things like a business. Like there's a, the operational spaces are kept within the corridor. Everything is very open and very accessible. Fontaine ran his things like he was hiding things, even when it was on the up and up. So you're finding a space that is purposefully like obfuscated. Like there's no openness to the area. It's a lot of corners. It's a lot of slight and slim passageways. The filing cabinets are often cutting the passageways into even narrower fields. But you're able to, like, as you piece together what you remember of working for Fontaine, you kind of know that the front of the space is kind of where it's the generic knowledge that they would have to have at hand for any kind of like, hey, permits, any kind of legal minutia.
No, stuff that's on the up and up.
Yeah.
But because who's going to want to go deeper? It's so tight.
Yeah. You know that digging through any of these filing cabinets would be a huge waste of time. That's exactly what they're designed for. And so you unfortunately, like, you have to creep back into that darkness, and you're slinking back. You are aware that there's no working cameras in here because Andrew Ryan doesn't want anything to be in here. So the fact that the door was unlocked is kind of like, oh, someone messed up. But you are taking advantage and moving back. And I'll say you find like a space that has more filing systems, but you can tell that this is stuff that has to be accessible for pertinent information. I would like you to give me a grit check. The check is going to be pretty high on this one. It's going to be a 9, because you are hunting around in the dark.
Yeah. Oof, that's a 7.
It's so close, but
do you have Adam?
Any Moxie?
But do you have
Adam? Yeah,
oh,
Adam.
Yeah.
I do actually. Oh my gosh, I've never used Adam. Thank you for reminding me. I've never used my Adam.
Yeah, use your tokens of Adam to get yourself up to the threshold.
Yeah, I'll do that. Can I do that?
How many are needed?
I have like 6. I've literally not used any of my Adam because I always forget.
Hell yeah.
Let me ask, what dice is your grit?
10.
No, what is the dice, like, is it a D10, D12, D...
Yeah, it's a D10.
Oh, so did you spend 2 and you get to 10 and you explode?
Oh, okay, cool. 15!
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let me make them.
Okay. This brings back old times. You've definitely skulked around some old Fontaine stuff, and you immediately find like where they would need access to documentation on things that are ongoing. You pull like a bottom drawer out, and you immediately see a lot of it's a lot of numbers, but you know that numbers is code, and you often know that it's a lot of bullshit, and so you look towards like the last couple of letters, um, and you kind of it clicks in place, and you can see that each one of these folders pertains to um, procedures. You know that like this whole facility is based on Adam, but you're seeing these different folders that are demarcated differently from anything having to do with Adam. This is something kind of different, that you can kind of you think you found the area to pull from.
Does any of it make sense?
As you're
Like, would I
reading
be able
through
to
it,
sort of be like, like it feels like, it feels like it's something, that it may be pertinent, but like from any of the stuff that we had experienced, or maybe like, any words or something that like we had talked about, or anything, like, is there anything
yeah,
in there that like is relatively familiar, so that can at least help me like zone in, um just because I'm thinking I can't take this whole thing with me. I got to be able to conceal it in some way.
yeah.
Maybe I
You're
can
seeing
grab what's important.
you're seeing a lot of like write-ups by someone by the name of Bernadette Rhodes, and these are all kind of like um, after the fact, kind of summary of kind of checkups down the line. So a lot of it is repetitive information with very little like in the way of bulk information. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but you open up a document and suddenly you find that it's the annotation on it is by Yi Su Chang, not
Suchong.
Bernadette Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
And you're seeing like someone was in charge, someone had knowledge of these operations, and then suddenly someone, I think you would know that Yi Su Chang, he was kind of,
Know exactly who it is.
yeah, you have like all the rumors, all the gossip. You were working for Fontaine, so you know a lot of the dirty work that Yi Su Chang got up to. But what you also know is that he had kind of his fingers in everything, but
Yeah.
his expertise was in genetics. So him stepping in on this thing means that something screwed up. Something went awry, and it required him to step in. Um, and it's hard to read from the, you know, barest of light in the room. Um, but Yi Su Chung is talking about Bernadette Rhodes. He did the procedure on Bernadette Rhodes. You can't get any of the details, but you
Mm-hmm.
have,
Yeah.
and you can see that like he's summarizing everything because he's coming to this case uh, after someone else's work, so he's having to
Mm-hmm.
summarize himself. So you're picking up kind of like the document. It has all of the summary of all previous operations according to Yi Su Chang.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I definitely know about him. He's the reason why there are little girls running around that look like monsters. So, uh, first of all, that's horrifying. Second, I roll that up and I pocket it, as best I could to make it not look suspicious. Do I find anything else?
Um, you find a smattering of other folders. I'll say you can grab a grouping of them.
Yeah.
Uh, but I mean, you can't grab the whole drawer, but you grab a
No, no.
couple of choice ones that look like, hey, these have a lot of. You grab some from the front where it's clearly like the start of the project, some
Yeah.
like one from the middle to kind of get like a progress, and then the last one to get Yi Su Chang's summary of. Um,
Yeah.
the thing
Yeah.
is there something moving? There's like a crunching sound.
Crunching? What?
It's soft. It's hard to make out.
No.
But as you sit there, you hear just the soft crunching, constant and growing
What kind of
louder.
crunching?
It's hard to say. Like it's not like someone stepping on glass. It's a bit more like heft to it. Like something is breaking or cutting through.
What?
It's really
Yeah, I'm
hard.
not. You don't even have to continue. I'm gonna, start like nope it.
As you stand up, you
I'm not standing
hear
up. I'm still scrunched. I don't stand up. I never stand up. Everything is still hidden. Everything is down on the ground. I don't play that game. I'm tinted. So I like everything is down in the ground and hidden.
you keep yourself like you flatten. Like like, hey, low profile. It's dark for me, but this means it's also dark for whoever is in here. So as you're moving along, or as you duck down, um, you hear like the slightest whisper of like it's almost metal, like um, and then you hear a soft little giggle.
Nope. Nope.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I continue. I move as far away, and I move the opposite direction. Nope.
Uh,
Nope. Nope.
as you make an attempt to move, um, you catch the glimmer of something out of the corner of your eye crawling on the ceiling.
The fuck?
And the giggle happens again. It's like, ooh, we're all finding things in here now, aren't we? Hold on.
Oh. Okay.
A
All right.
a large knife blade, like
Yeah.
almost like a fish hook, sails through the air and lands in the filing cabinet next to you. And you track the trajectory and you find like this woman in this like flapper dress with like a
Right.
ceramic bunny mask laughing
Right.
and cackling from the ceiling as she holds fish hooks that lodge her in the ceiling. And she says, oh, it's a game now. It's a game now.
Yeah. I am going to give me just a second. I immediately you see me pull out get my wrench ready. I pull out my wrench and do an electro bolt right at them.
Yeah.
As much like just like a focus, so maybe like in the intent of like to try to like stun her off of the ceiling, so she can at least be stunned and I can try and escape. Is there just one of them?
So
Did I hear that correctly?
So you do an electro bolt. This is newly purchased electro bolts that you got, right? Correct?
No,
Or
this is what I had. This is the
okay.
beginning.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I've had
you're very well practiced at like, hey, you just need to get, when you need someone to just stop what they're doing. The electric bolt is great at that because it causes,
Yeah.
muscles to tense and a thing to stop doing whatever it's doing. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
Yeah, definitely. 17. 17, because that's a +5, and then 17.
You unleash a zap of like crackling electricity that arcs up into the ceiling and catches this splicer, illuminating them as they charge with this bolt of electricity. Like the thunder from the heavens catches them and they fall from their mounting point and hit the floor with a clatter.
With that thunderbolt, that the light that kind of shines, I'm assuming there's a light that shines. Do I notice anything else? Anybody else or anything else around?
Give me a grit check.
Oh, stuff. Yeah. 9. Oh wait, 9 + 2, right? Because it was a grit.
No, that was for flight.
I'm sorry, that was flight. My bad, y'all.
No worries.
So just a 9.
Don't worry about it. The other 3 spider splicers rolled a 1.
Oh yeah.
You see them fully illuminated. 2 of them clawing their way on the ceiling, and one of them creeping down on the floor. And they say, "Ooh, someone's looking where they weren't supposed to be." And I will say, "Hey, Wendy, do you want to make a grit check?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
That is something I can do. It's a 7. No, sorry, hold on. That's an 8. 8 total.
You hear like the hum of a laboratory. Like there's those big computation devices that are running constant equations and that's beeping and blipping. It's a constant noise. You're hearing the various beakers and Bunsen burners, boiling away as different substances are tested. But something interrupts the constant din. A crackle of electricity is a bad sign from at any point in time. You as an engineer are trained to hear like when something overloads. And crackle of electricity, I think with that high of a roll, you don't think that that's a machine.
Wendy already has their wrench on them. They flip open their tool roll, one more, grab a couple of shotgun shells, grab the gun next to it, loads it, and begins to run in the direction that he thinks the surge is from. And I have not used this yet. So Wendy has a map pamphlet. I don't know how helpful that's going to be inside this building, but I thought I'd ask because I haven't used it yet.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh
One
God,
of the things that the players can buy from vending machines is a map pamphlet that will allow them to discover a hidden facet of wherever they're at. So I will ask if you have a specific question or if you would like me to just give you something out random.
I guess the question is based off of this, like hearing this surge of electricity, would Wendy be able to kind of glean at least the general direction in which he should approach to go for this? 'Cause I
Yeah,
didn't
I
want to just
think.
assume that he knew where Hellcat went.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is like this is a large facility. You
Sure.
didn't just walk in and find the door that Hellcat came out of.
Right.
But you kind of hear it echo down the halls because it's all tile. So any sound kind of has that, like, it might be faint, but it has a slight carry to it. So
Mm-hmm.
kind of you move quickly down the hall and you find just this old wooden door with frosted glass, and it's open just ajar. I mean,
Wendy's gonna. Yeah, go ahead.
for a secure facility, it's usually, doors are either like open, close, or locked down. And to find like kind of a inviting open door for you is a little off-putting.
Okay. Wendy's gonna crouch down and gonna prep to like push the door open a little bit to see if he can hear or see anything.
Yeah. You take a peek inside, and I'll say you got uh, a high enough grit roll, that you immediately recognize this as the old Fontaine Futuristics office space. So you know that this is where you were supposed to be headed. So you have a very good feeling that Hellcat is in this area, and that you heard sound from it. You don't think that she relocated to somewhere else. You think this is like where the disturbance came from.
Got it.
Yeah. I will say, give me a brains check. The DC will be 9.
Alrighty. Let us see here. It's an 11.
You hear the titter of a spider splicer. You know
Fun. Fun. And the daddy let me keep the T-bird today. So I'm going to can I only hear them?
Yeah. You're
Okay.
peering into darkness that like you can only see minute, like the smallest like edge of a desk or the slight bend of a hallway, but you can't map out this place on vision alone.
Yeah. Okay. What I'm gonna do then is I'm going to Wendy's going to back up, and then he's going to use telekinesis to push the desk
Yeah.
up
Okay.
against the wall to make some noise.
Yeah. You just reach out with your brain, just without finesse or any kind of thought to it. You just put force of mind into pushing this desk across the room, and it like slams into the wall. This is a cacophonous sound, and you the tittering stops. And give me a flight check. This DC is going to be even higher. It's gonna be a 12 because you just made a lot of noise in a place that is secure.
It's a 3.
Hey, when you fail by 5, there are consequences.
Yeah.
You
Tell you
hear
what though, I will use a token of Adam to at least lessen that a bit.
Yeah.
So
so
how much would I? Sorry. Wait.
You had a +2 to your roll. Did you add that?
Oh, I didn't add that. So it's a 5, and then you said the DC was what?
Wait, Den's got you a reroll. Denzi got you a reroll.
You're so cute.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So cute.
Thank you, King.
Saving our man.
That's going to be a 9 with 2 explosions. So
Yes!
Okay, so is that also with the +2?
no, that would be 11. It would be an 11 then.
Okay. So what happens is you make a loud sound, and you pause for a moment to see the effect. What you do not hear are klaxons or sirens or the sound of turret bots turning on. You don't hear shouts of, hey, what's going on over here? You might have still caused a reaction, but it's more like, hey, a disturbance happened. Go check it out. So you are not necessarily safe, but you have a bit of buffer time before like someone is going to be like, hey, what's going on over here? But what you do hear is the immediate stop of sounds from deeper within, and like a calling voice just like echoing through, just cause like, oh, someone else would like to join the fun. Someone else is here.
Really quick, how close am I to this sorry, I'm thinking 50 things at once. How close am I to this desk being shoved? Like, you know, how close am I to hearing this? Like, do I hear all of this happening? Like,
you hear the sound of some heavy thing, some heavy wooden thing scraping across the floor and pounding against the wall. You can't discern what that is. It's just a sound. But you immediately see the spider splicers tense up and like reorient, because they now have kind of two directions at which they are focused in. So you have like they're encroaching on you, but they now have something else that they are kind of dividing their attention with.
can I use that the sound of that noise and that flash of a moment of them like getting distracted to shoot another bolt and head in that direction?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a attack roll real quick. Just also, I forgot to bring it up. When you use plasmage, make sure that you use a token of Adam, because that is
Yes.
how much it costs. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm still good. And I apologize. What did you say? How much?
Oh, you're just rolling
what
an
am I
opposed check.
Just a fight?
Yeah.
Nice. 17.
So you reach out again. You take that opportunity. You see another splicer climbing on the ceiling, and you let that electricity arc and hit them, and they shudder for a moment and then fall to the ground. It's clear that you have badly injured both of the splicers with those two attacks.
And with that, I'm going to like use that moment of them being distracted and then whoosh and things falling and of them falling, and I'm going to make my way to where to the noise actually.
All right, let me try one thing first. Go ahead and make a flight check. Remember, you added 2 to this.
Yeah.
Patrick, that look in your eyes stressed me out, man. Don't do that.
5. A 5.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
You absolutely breeze right past the spider splicer that's standing there. His two compatriots like collapse on the floor, but the one that's climbing on the ceiling still sees you.
That's fine.
And starts hurling their knives at you. I'm going to tell you, they have a different kind of fight mechanic. When they throw knives, they roll a d4, but they explode on a 3 and a 4.
Shiza.
So this could be really good or very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, asking for a friend. Are the bubbles in our thing? Can they make you re-roll too? Just curious.
Are we silvery barbing this?
Just curious. Am I trying? Maybe. I don't know. I'm just
I'm going
curious.
to say in this instant, because it is lightning fast, Hellcat breezed past the other
No.
3, but this one just rolled so well that it really just got the jump.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay, so that's 2 explosions. It's up to 7. Go ahead and roll your brawn check.
Oh, that's okay. Oh. Only a 7? Sorry.
No, that got me. That was good.
17, baby.
They're still rolling though.
Oh
they're
shit.
at a
Okay,
7.
I'm just kidding.
They got a 3, so they're at 10. All right, so let's see. It would need to explode 2 more times.
Do I have any pluses to my brawn?
That's a 4, so it's at a 14.
Come on. Ridiculous.
17. Now, this is where it starts getting dangerous.
And we're sure we can't make you re-roll.
And that's a 1. So an 18. These knives come flying at you. Pating, patam, pating, and they're wedging themselves in the wall. They're just kind of peppering around you. One of them does cut across your shoulder. It's not like a deep cut, like it doesn't stab you, but there's definitely you immediately feel heat as blood starts to trickle down into your shirt. But you escaped more or less intact. Natalie,
Yes.
you were looking for an opportunity to perhaps get into the facility. Suddenly you notice one of the guards looking at a monitor. They get up from their chair and they leave the security office, leaving just one security personnel on their own who seems very bothered.
All right, I sort of give a light nudge to Josephine and start walking forward.
You're going to approach them, and I'm actually going to I'll cut us right here and go for a break. And we'll come back and see how you handle the security personnel.
That was rude.
Thank you, everyone. Go ahead and take your breaks and get water and rested, and we will be back in 10 minutes.
And a Xanax.
Woo!
All right, we are back. Everyone got well and hydrated because things are about to get a bit dicey. Right. Addison, you approach the security window. A security guard, very much having a bad day, is sitting behind the the glass.
I just quietly approach the glass and I reach over to Josephine because I gave her the clipboard with all the paperwork. I just take that and slide it through, just waiting for them to acknowledge.
Go ahead and make a grit check. The DC is low. It's only like a 3. Because you've gotten all the proper
Clearances and stuff.
clearances. So this should be a piece of cake. Go ahead and roll to see what you get.
Okay. Ooh, that could have been bad, but luckily it's my D20, so 7.
Okay. You slide the
My goodness.
clipboard through. They look at it. They look up at you very much like, I don't want this to be my problem today. Just all right. You are cleared for the uh, back of house by the generator. You are not authorized to go into the lab zones. Any entrance into those areas facilitates a breach of contract and you will be terminated. Go ahead and step into the decontamination chamber. Make it quick.
Yeah, Addison was just politely nodding the whole time and gestures Josephine to go ahead. And it's like, all right, thank you.
You step in. You suddenly, is there like a fan that's busted off of its joint? It's really loud in this chamber. Anyway, the decontamination goes off. You are, you know, cleansed, like made safe to go into the sterile area. Um, and actually, ooh, I'm having a technical glitch right now, and unfortunately, we're gonna go a quick pause, and I will be right back in just a second. Man, I oof. right, sorry about that. Slight glitch, but we are back. Okay, so you step into the labs proper. Like you are uh, heading through hallways with, you know, tile under clacking underneath you. I'll say this. Um, you are aware that things are off. Like I think the two of you can sense that um, something is amiss, whatever the day to day is, it's not normal. How you operate within that space is up to you, but you know that things aren't quite where they should be on a regular basis. What would you like to do?
I think Addison just sort of looks to Josephine and says, I'm going to stay on track to what I'm quote unquote supposed to be here for, because we need someone to be on cover. But if you see an opportunity, because you came in as an assistant, which means no one's going to pay attention to you right now.
Okay, perfect. Can I do like a brains check to see, or something to see, like some sort of insight, so I can see any area that I think that one of the people I know are in here would be?
Yeah, give me, I'll allow you to do, uh, yeah, I guess it would be brains. Go ahead and give me a brains check.
It's not a great one. It's a 6, so that's fine. +1 though. Oh, but that's a 6. Okay.
Oh,
Explode.
That's
it explodes.
and that's a 2 +1, so 8.
Okay.
No, 9. Wait. Right,
Um,
9. 6 + 3. Am I dumb?
no, you're fine. You, I think, kind of realize that you kind of have a blueprint of where things are supposed to be, so you can kind of head in the general direction of, but I think you're still kind of operating on assumptions and instinct. So it's
Okay.
not like you can exactly find where you're going. But I think um, give me a grit check just for fun to see if you detect anything.
Oh, okay. That's mighty 20. Oh. Okay, so that was the one. That
Um,
didn't feel good.
Don't forget to take your tokens of that.
oh yeah, you
And an angel.
you
My silver lining.
you are just like stepping off on your own. Um, it's a big facility. Uh, I mean, you kind of have the map of where things are supposed to be, but you're just not quite sure.
I did
And
just get in trouble, kinda, which
yeah,
clearly the trouble, like, in a real bad way, I rolled real awful too. So I'm not really I'm in it because I have to have my head on straight. But, like, I still find my distracted.
yeah.
So, yeah.
So you start kind of, you lose track of where it's supposed to be, and you kind of like delve a little bit further in, and you hit a point where you open up a door. It's just an innocuous door. Like it looks like all these other lab doors are like sealed and hermetically like mechanically locked into place. You definitely have to there's definitely procedure that they're trying to follow. It's very medicinal clean. And you find just a regular door, and you're like, sure, I'm looking for a regular. I'm not looking for uh, beakers and bunsen. I'm looking for just paperwork.
Papers.
Uh,
Yeah.
you step into a space, and uh, you look around, and you realize you are in an office, but it's not an office, it's someone's office. And you look at the desk, and it definitely says the name Yi Su Chong on
Okay. I mean, I closed the door. The
it.
door was closed. Did I go in?
Did
Was
you
that
go in?
that okay? Okay. I immediately closed the door. Oh fuck me. And kind of wait for a moment to see if I hear anything like anybody coming in. I want to look around to see if if for some reason I get caught where I'm at, the spot to hide. So I want to find that person and go digging through the desk.
Yeah, give me a flight check. I'll say
Okay.
the DC is 5.
I'm
You have a +2.
okay. I have a +2. Oh, brother. Oh, it's fun. So I got a 3.
Okay,
I don't think she
nothing
did, but now can I look at this?
nothing disastrous happens, but you definitely uh, find uh, some kind of device. You think it's like an audio player of some sort. And as you're kind of touching it, trying to figure it out, somehow you turn it on, and a doctor
Wait, hold on. Before you bring me things, Sparrow gave me a reroll, and so if you're about to say something bad, I want to stop you before you get to. If you're about to give me something good, though, but making it better if I fucking wrong this, okay?
Okay.
But that is okay. That's a 7. I thought it was a 1 for a second. I almost fucking just got so loud. But that's a 7. That's plus 2, 9. No.
Man, yeah,
Yes, I know.
yeah.
I like that.
Man, the duality of players.
Real.
So, you, as you're fumbling with this device, you hit something to turn it on. It activates, and a voice starts coming out, and you quickly just turn knobs to just like, hey, I need this to stop, and you somehow manage to like lower the volume so that it is
Thank
at
God.
a kind of barely a whisper. Um, and you have to like actually lean in close to get any kind of information off of this. And
I'm gonna stupid right here.
it's Yi Su Chong, and he's being. This is certainly this is definitely an off the record kind of thing. This isn't something for official documentation. Um, and he's just like, oh, Bernadette Rose. I mean, I did what I could, but oh, what a wild thing to do to your own brain. That is, I mean, I'm very, very smart, but it's a miracle that I was able to piece that thing back together. A miracle, and I guess with the help of Adam. Adam certainly seems to be the miracle that we all think it is. But without it, she certainly would have, I don't know, killed her own self. I, I don't, I can't imagine what other outcome she was trying to go for. I mean, I, Fontaine did say he wanted the procedure done to her, and I would be stepping in, but I was supposed to have time to study this. I, I'm a geneticist, not a brain surgeon. This is, whew, there's a lot for me to suddenly do. It's been a while since I've been doing emergency brain surgery, but I think I did an adequate job. I think she should recover, though she, if all goes well, she won't remember it. But maybe that's for the best. I mean, after all, being under Fontaine's thumb can, well, it can really shave.
What was the last line you said? It could really
It can really shave.
Sorry. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And you kind of get this blasé attitude from him. You get this kind of egotism, this pomposity, but you also get that he's definitely breathing a sigh of relief here because this could have gone very poorly, and that it
So
didn't
bad.
is kind of a miracle. So
Can I ask a clarifying question? Because Bernadette, I am my brain not great. So Bernadette, that's the one. That's the person that was saying shit to Wendy, right?
no, that was Bridget Tenenbaum. A different scientist.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Bernadette,
Okay.
Bernadette Rhodes is the one on the document that you got from Bridget. One of the several names that have had this procedure done to them. Though now you kind of have come to realize they may have had a hand in doing the procedure themselves. It's hard to say from just the sparse information that you've gotten. But is there anything else you would like to do in this room?
Is that something that is small enough that I might be able to cop, or would I? It's big. I could probably. I'm in a fucking.
I think what you can do is you can take what the message has been recorded on, but the device itself, you're gonna. I mean, unless you're deciding to carry out.
No, I don't need the device. I just the tape. Well, yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely. You can absolutely take.
Yeah, I want the tape. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I no, because my perception roll that or whatever I did be able to find. I want to wait. That's just strictly for the desk, or can I now also look around the room and then again check to see if I hear anybody and exit it to try and find where we're actually supposed to fucking be, because this is not it.
I think you are looking at a lot of decorative minutia. I don't think you're seeing anything that is particularly stand out. That's like, oh, hey, this is a clue, or or at least nothing that you would understand to be. I think there's just an information gap. Like you don't have the knowledge base to be able to kind of understand what any of this bric-a-brac is. It's just kind of medical in nature. It all has that kind of 1950s scientific feel about it, but none of it is standoutish as something as revealing to be.
What I did listen to. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Then I want to try and figure out where I'm supposed to go. That's my spot.
So, Natalie, I would like Addison to make a charm check because you have the credentials, but you are still operating in a space that is adverse to interaction. So go ahead and make a charm check.
Alright, let's go. So that is a 14.
Yeah. You, I think, have the knowledge of how best to hold yourself in a professional manner that kind of makes you part of the crowd. Like kind of the tone and the way in which you carry yourself. And I think as you're walking, you're overhearing conversations of like, I don't, I mean, how much more atom will we really need for the new plasmid? I mean, we've gotten it to work, but just it's every single trial is life or death. I certainly wouldn't want to be the one that steps in to try it out because we're not going with a good batting average here. And the other voice is like, it's okay. I heard they're bringing in some prisoners and they're diverting them from the Big Daddy program. I mean, kind of the same bag, if you'd ask me. But if all goes well, I mean, we shouldn't ever need to use this. So it's not like it's really going to trouble us. I know, but do you really trust that you can control a Big Daddy? Because I don't know that they have much to control inside of them. Um, and that conversation kind of passes you by. Um, and you, is there anything else that you'd be on the lookout for, or are you just looking for where you're supposed to be headed for to get into optimized eugenics or into Fontaine futuristics?
Yeah, she's definitely taking major mental notes of what was just said, but she's sticking to what her contract says, that she has to keep the cover up because she's going to be the one source everyone needs. She has to keep it. So she's going to be following through, but on the lookout if there is an additional like security room or surveillance, she's going to try and like sneak peeks to see if she recognizes anyone crossing screens.
Go ahead. I'll say there's probably like an intermittent like security outpost just so that they don't have all of their security personnel in the front. Go ahead and give me a grit roll. I'll say DC 3, 6, 9, and so on.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. My grit. Okay, it's flat. So 16.
Okay.
That's high.
Yeah.
20.
I'll say you notice that two of the security personnel are hunched over a computer or over a monitor and they're looking at it and they're being like, I thought I heard something from there, but like, I don't know. Is did we did something go in there earlier? I mean, that whole place is supposed to be closed off. I don't know that would have anything in there. And the other one's looking at it, it's like, wind the tape back. I think I saw a shadow crawling in on the ceiling there. Um, and as you're passing by, uh, you you like stop to analyze. Like you can see that they're thoroughly engaged in watching the monitor. So you have clearance to kind of like look at your leisure, and you see the shadow of something moving along the ceiling. And I don't know that you've had any contact with a spider splicer yet. Go ahead. I will make it a straight luck check. Roll me a d20 and we'll go and then call high or low.
Okay. We're doing okay, so let's go low. No, because that's a 16.
Yeah. So you see a shape move. You see some kind of shadow get into old uh, the old offices, but you don't know anything beyond that. So who's to say? But you know at least that's where a disturbance is coming from. And I'll say this: you you know that Wendy and Hellcat are in the facility. You don't see them on the monitor.
Mm. So she clocks that and then starts thinking that she might have to be the outside man to distract the guards if anything goes really bad. Because she doesn't want the guards running in if Wendy and Hellcat are making noise to protect themselves. Because they should not be caught back there. So Addison's like mentally noting and then is making like plan upon plan, like A, B, C, D, like how many plans she can have to distract guards if something pops up.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a brains check. This is going to be pretty high because you are having to, on the fly, kind of figure out how to break this system. It's going to be like I want to say at 12.
Okay, okay.
You got this.
We'll see. Because
your
it's my
birthday.
D12, so it's my birthday.
Happy
No.
birthday. Birthday
It's an
rolls.
8.
No.
Wait, I have a ton of Adam tokens. I got about 9. How many do I need to spend?
Damn,
you need
9
to
is
spend
a lot.
4 to meet it.
Okay, I'll do that.
No.
Wait.
Hey,
Reroll?
someone gave you
I see reroll in chat.
Yes, someone. I believe you get a reroll out of that.
Dianna.
All right, let's hope it's better.
Thank you,
Otherwise,
Dianna.
it might end up being still spending Adam. All right, let's go. Why did you cock? No, that was the worst roll. So back to my original.
Yeah, I'll allow the original
spend
one.
my Adam.
Okay, so an
Good
8.
try.
you spend 4. You get there, and I think what you realize is this. If there is a problem, because hey, last you checked, Helena is very talented, but you don't think that they ever have snuck in via the ceiling. And though Wendy is very crafty and good at his engineering, you don't think that he's ever used scaffolding to climb up around a doorway.
I don't think his muscles let him bend like that.
So you
Maybe.
surmise that you kind of figure out like, hey, they're not tracking necessarily Wendy and Helena. They might be collateral damage on this, but someone else is an intruder here. And basically, intruders are all treated the same way. So either you quiet this for everyone, or you make this loud for everyone.
Well, my destination was close to the maintenance room that has all the technology and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. You quickly turn away, not letting them see you, and you head off towards that maintenance access point. It's very easy to get to. It's easily accessible because they're constantly causing their own, power fluctuations. So you easily get inside the small space and are able to see everything in there. Is there anything that you'd like to do from there?
Yes. So what Addison's thinking is she needs to try and redirect attention so that whatever Wendy and Hellcat is doing, they're able to hopefully get out before things get really bad. So she's going to be gently like prying open like the maintenance, what do you call it, like any of the switches or any of that stuff to see which ones may locate to another section of the building, especially since she heard there's a weird fan thing happening. That could maybe, that sparked an idea thinking on the fly. She's going to see if she can disengage the fans in the section between where the guards are and where that door section is for Fontaine Futuristics.
So you're looking to kind of like cut power to the ventilation, kind of not necessarily choking out the area, but definitely like making
shut down a pathway.
Yeah. Copy that. Go ahead and give me a brains check on this because you are hacking in a sense. So go ahead
and I have a strength that ups my die, I believe, a higher level. Yeah.
Okay.
When I'm hacking systems. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so that bumps you up a die. Let's go ahead. It's still going to be high because you are infiltrating someone else's system that they don't want you to be in. Go ahead and give me that roll. I think it's going to be probably like I'm going to say 14. Like it's a hard system to get
Okay.
into.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be hard. Explosion. Okay, that's a 10. That's an 18. Oh, okay, and plus 1. 19.
19. 19. You
Yay
absolutely
for tech savvy.
yes. You absolutely do it. You understand, like, hey, whatever this thing is that's coming in on the ceiling, it had to get through in a way that bypassed that decontamination chamber, which means it's using ductwork, which means that you need to lock it down. You go in, you close off access points. It's locked in. It's not going to like sneak around and pop up in any other location. It has to be where it's at, or it has to run around on the ground and be very visible. So I think with that, we're going to cut inside Fontaine Futuristics. Hellcat, you like feel the slash across your shoulder. You feel like the heat immediately start like pooling in your shirt. This you've gotten hurt before, so you can kind of gauge like this was a like shot off the bow. This didn't in no way incapacitated you, but it's like, hey, the intent is laid out right before you. This is not, this is, hey, we need to finish this fight. So as you're running through, you just like plow through the darkness. It's kind of like you're stumbling through. You mapped it out when you came in, but you're running through trying to avoid a barrage of knives. So
Can I use my map pamphlet to try and remember? Look at me using my items. Can I use my map pamphlet
Hell
to
yeah.
try and avoid, like, trying to remember the way I came in, and the way out?
absolutely, I'll say this: you had that map pamphlet, and you knew well enough. Like you had a pencil behind your ear. You kind of did some small like sketches on the side. In the darkness, it's hard to kind of make out, but that you're marking it down kind of imprints it in your brain, so that you have that map. Even if you can't actually see it, you're like, no, I remember. I wrote down left down this corridor. There'll be a T junction here. You're gonna follow it back around that'll lead back to the main area. And sure enough, your feet are pounding through that office and you round a corner. And I think you see a shape looming in through the doorway, the light catching like a halo around them.
Oh no.
I want you,
I
I want you to do.
I
I'm gonna say just a luck check on this one.
yeah, So what am I doing? I'm sorry, I just rolled and didn't
Yeah,
ask
how do
I'll
you do a
say
exactly
luck
what I'm
check?
doing.
I'll say high was something you want, low was not.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So let me do that again because
Yeah.
that was a success, but I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. A 20.
You know what? I think you recognize the silhouette immediately. Hey, Wendy's here, and he's definitely like you see shotgun in hand. You know that he's probably the one that moved the desk. He's got your back.
Yeah. Wait, so just for clarity's sake, that is the halo that I am sealing Wendy, or is it something else?
No, you're seeing Wendy
Okay,
kind of
because
like
I'm thinking
backlit.
halo.
Oh
other
no,
Halo.
no! You
There's
were
that Halo that it also
no.
exists.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
No, you are absolutely seeing Wendy backlit from the hallway he came in through.
Oh, literally an angel. Oh my god. And so you see me, Wendy. You immediately see me. It's just like, and it's like I am in work mode right now, and I say, two splicers, uh, two down, avoided one, another on the ceiling. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Also hi.
Wendy, you immediately like you were hearing like skittering and slight creeping in further in. But you suddenly hear the pounding of someone very quickly leaving this place. And that's not like, hey, they're running at you. This was definitely like someone trying to like evade danger. And so you immediately get a picture in your head that, oh no, Hellcat got into trouble. And you see them finally like emerge into the light. You see kind of their shirt staining from the blood that is starting to like creep down from their collar. You can like definitely see like they have like a fistful of folders that they've just like desperately like they're swinging around as they're trying to leave this place, wrench in one hand, folders in the other, and there's just like this impulse of like danger back behind is danger, danger, danger.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Yeah, I like as he's as I kind of say that, you see me kind of roll that up, put it behind me, and then just kind of square up, and then I also am like, also hi,
uh,
good to see you.
Hellcat, I would imagine the noise that has been made and keeping voice low intentionally has attracted one of the guards. I can get my ass out of here. You may want to go not the direction we came because I'm sure they're on their way.
You think?
With about 85% certainty. We made a hell of a
Uh,
lot of noise back here, and I haven't even fired a shot yet. So,
I don't. Uh,
um,
can we come up with something? A reason? Ooh, wait a minute. I saw a machine gun. I saw a machine gun outside. Can we use them being here to our advantage?
certainly. Don't think I haven't clocked the blood. By the way, um,
Oh,
doesn't look like it's gonna stop you now, but I'm sure it's gonna sting later. So we're gonna deal with that before Josephine has my ear about it. So
it's just
uh,
a
I
flesh wound. It's not that big of a
it,
deal.
Josephine sneezes and starts like bleeding from the nose somewhere. I feel like I need to use my first aid kit.
Yeah. Um,
Pat.
how much time? How much time do you think we got?
Well, it did not take me long to get down here, and that was just casually walking. So, probably about a half as long as that, since they are armed and irritated. Points up towards like the sound, like stops
Yeah,
long enough for for Hellcat to maybe tune into the awful fan noise.
yeah, you definitely hear that awful like vibrating from the actually no, I think you don't because someone shut down the ventilation. So suddenly you're aware,
Oh, interesting. Okay. With
suddenly
that
you're
being
aware, yeah.
said, with that happening, uh Wendy has the gun fully like action movie style, just pointed right at where this splicer is coming because he can hear it much better now.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
say,
you
what noise? What are you talking about?
Uh with a little bit of a hesitation, Wendy's gonna like put a hand on Hellcat's cheek as opposed to doing this because this is rude. This feels much more like, and then he's gonna turn his head in the direction of where this splicer is coming.
Yeah. Go ahead. Make me a grit check.
Okay. That is going to be a 9. Wait, no, I lied to you. It's not a 9. It's a 14 because I would have exploded with a D8 landing on 8. So
Yeah.
it's a 14 total.
I think you hear a voice kind of creeping out of the darkness. Something like kind of low and melodic, just Jesus loves me, this I know, because the Bible says so. Um, and you realize this splicer is coming and is no longer hiding it and is taunting you for it. Um, you can definitely clock them as they start, like, you hear the hooks catching in the ceiling as they're skittering along. There's a couple more. You hear like the scrape of footsteps as they pad along in the darkness towards you. I will allow you. You got the drop on them. You absolutely spotted them, and because they're being obnoxious about it, I will allow you. I will allow you to get a surprise round on this. So, Wendy, go ahead. What is it you would like to do?
I'm gonna fire.
Yeah.
And I was sitting here with my brand new dice from the lovely Smoking Glue Guns, and I went, well, I have a D20 in fight. I wonder if I'll get to see that lovely symbol that represents the 20. And then I rolled the dice, and there's a lovely little glue gun right there.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness!
So I'm gonna go ahead and roll a gun.
Oh my goodness!
Our action
So
hero.
that is a 27 total, and also
Holy
it's
shit.
because I'm using my shotgun. It's gonna take 2 off of whatever their roll is because I have crack shot.
Hey, so they rolled a 2. So you beat them by an obscene amount. So I think, Hellcat, you see this where, you know what? No. Sparrow, you tell me this thing is creeping along the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
How's it go?
All right. So I just love the idea of this lovely little splicer just singing Jesus loves me, yes I know, because blam blam. So there's just a moment where Wendy breaks eye contact with Hellcat, fires twice, and you just hear this like thing just hit the ground.
Oh,
nasty style. It's like wet, just wet meat hitting the ground.
Yeah.
You did not have to say wet 3 times.
I had to think about what I wanted to say, and that's what I came up with. So I didn't necessarily love it either, but that's what we got to work with today.
Yeah, that Hellcat, you hit 2 of these things with a bolt of lightning, and they plummeted and fell to the ground, but they writhed when they hit. This guy, 2 shots, hits the ground, no movement. It is done. In the smoothest singular action, Wendy dispatches completely and unanimously. This guy is gone.
Yeah,
That is a-
I
Full
see,
dead.
first of all, I'm like, whoa. And then I look at that and I just go, nice. Very nice.
Thank you. There will be time to be praising that later. We should.
Yeah.
Scarpa.
Hey, Wendy, you did fire a shotgun. I would like you to make a flight check.
You betcha. And you know that ain't exactly his forte. So we gonna have some problemas with a 2.
You have that moment of triumph, of utter
Plus two.
satisfaction at being so
Oh yeah, so
thoroughly.
4.
Wait.
All right.
I can't
Okay.
I
wait.
seen it.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
re-rolling.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I
Not
can't.
much better. It's a 5. 5 total,
Plus 2?
including the 2.
And we
Including the
don't
plus
have
2.
Adam?
I kind of need it
No, yeah, okay.
because I got
Okay.
teleportation, and that's gonna aid my flight rolls. But I'm not leaving Hellcat behind just yet. So it's a 5 total.
Hey, so the DC was 7, so go ahead and take yourself a token.
Gracias.
But you don't hear klaxons. But what you do hear are voices. Because they're kind of like, they're worried, but they're more curious. Like, was that a gunshot?
Mhm.
Dave, did that sound like a gunshot? And the incredulity at this is only saving you for but a moment. But you know that you are going to have a lot of attention very quickly. But it's not, alarms are not blaring just yet.
But they're gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to actually make one check here real quick. You see the one of the splicers come crawling out. They're charred from all of the lightning that pulsed through their body. But they're still, for being so thoroughly burnt and damaged, like you can see smoke emanating from patches on their clothing. They're still spry and they spring to the ceiling. And you
Oh,
see
you know
them
what?
reach.
If that's the case, fuck the noise. I'm not like I would rather deal with the guards than the splicers. Wendy has grabbed a couple of the extra shotgun shells and is gonna fire again.
Okay, they're going to go before you, but you can absolutely respond to them.
You
Okay.
know, I would love for that to be the case, but there is a thing on teleportation that says may interrupt initiative if player has not gone
You.
Hey, you want to spend
yet.
that, Adam?
I do. I really do. This is what I was saving it for.
Yes. Get him, Wendy.
That is going to be a nice clean 17. And again, they're going to lose 2 on whatever they use to defend because I'm
Okay.
firing just one shot this time. But
You said a 17?
mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh,
Exploded.
It's Patrick's turn to do the explosion.
you see them like leap to the ceiling, knives at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
It's so lucky that you just knew the instant to like, got to get around this.
Mm-hmm.
But you are aiming at something, and then suddenly you are at a different space in the room, trying to aim at the similar thing. So the
Mm-hmm.
shotgun is the appropriate weapon to use for this because you're kind of blind firing.
Yeah.
You don't actually like do a like it's not nearly as satisfying as before. You fire off a shot in the darkness, and you hear them squeal, like this horrible like screech, and then they drop from the ceiling, not like landing dead. They drop to their feet and scamper off in a new direction, but you absolutely prevented them from attacking you.
We love that. Thank you, Flynn, for the subscription. You're very sweet.
It's purely
Also-
selfish. There's badges
You
to
also
be
went
had.
slick.
Yeah, no, it's purely selfish.
Thank you,
I'm
Flynn.
trying to do it for all of you.
So in my head, Patrick, Wendy didn't teleport far because like they didn't want to leave Hellcat open. So it was kind of just like a removing themselves from the trajectory of where the previous shot was. So this person is coming in thinking, I heard the shot come from over here, and then they get kind of clipped from a different angle, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. Like that's kind of, I think, is what kind of happens there. So once that shot goes off and they like run in a different direction, Wendy's absolutely moving back towards Hellcat and is like, let's go. Like we gotta
Hey,
move.
Those voices that you heard in the hallway that were like, was that a gunshot? Are now saying, holy fuck, that was a gunshot.
Yes.
Dianna, go ahead.
No. This is happening very, very fast. I'm pretty much just like, I'm still reeling from the first shot. And then all of a sudden he wasn't in front of me. They weren't in front of me and they disappeared. And I'm like, where are they? And then I hear another gunshot. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm still reeling from that. And then I hear the noise, the yelling. And when you say it's time to go, I'm like, yeah, it's time to go. And I quickly mention those machine guns. The machine guns the turret, excuse me, that we saw, we can use that as cover if need be.
Sure, Patrick. Point of order: when I use teleportation, I know that I have not. I've only used it for myself. Is it possible for me to either A, take someone with me, or B, send someone, like teleport someone else?
No,
it's not terribly clear.
Unfortunately, it's very point to point. You can go pretty much wherever you can see, but it's you.
That's all I needed to know, because what Wendy's plan is whenever this person goes to open the door, he's going to teleport on the other side of the wall and get the fuck out because they're not going to see that. But that doesn't really help Hellcat. So he's kind of just like, listen, I got my egress. Can you get out of here, all right? Or what can I do to assist you?
My my tactic was to scream splicers in the building, everybody get the fuck out. They've come through the through the shafts, and that's it.
Hey, Hellcat, I want to remind you of something.
Yes, I'm in an illegal spot.
You went into this through a very secure set of doors that is locked, like at a security checkpoint. There is possibility to get back through that. I'm not discounting that. However, that may prove difficult. But you were also given an alternate task to complete and given an alternate route outward, because as we all know, Frank Fontaine was the sneaky sort who had some workarounds of his own. Now you will have to find it. Like, it's definitely not marked on a map. But
Mhm.
that is a place that is not guarded and does not have anyone watching it.
That's also very true. This is why I would immediately die if this was in real if this was real life in the heat of battle. I say if you don't have a problem with it, we can I've got an alternate way. But we just got to get through them.
I mean, the only thing I've got a problem with is you not getting out of here safely. So if you feel confident in that, then by all means.
I always know how to work my way out of here, huh?
All right, then I will see you outside.
Ooh. Wait, are you leaving me?
Well, I mean,
Wait, are there any other splicers?
Unless you want me to go with you.
Oh, there are still a couple of splicers.
Well,
No,
then
I was
I
gonna
guess
say there are...
let me stick with you then, and worst to worst, we will adapt on the spot, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. I say just if somebody tries to come in, well, no, it doesn't matter. The only way out is through. Let's go.
Well, before we do that, and he's gonna like point at the desk and kind of motion to pull it in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, I think the two of you together. I mean,
Is there a lock on the door, like an automatic lock or something?
No, I mean, there is a lock, but it's just a standard mechanism, like it's with a key and everything like that. There's
Can
a
I use
deadbolt that you. Oh yeah.
Would I be able to use because electrobolt I can open doors. Would I be able to just like hit it a little spark to lock the door?
I think, I hate to stand in the way of anyone doing something cool. So I will say, the DC for this, because it is just kind of a standard door. The DC on this is going to be a fight check, but it's going to be a little high. It's going to be a 16 because you really got to you've got to do some weird kind of mechanics about it.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. I could do that.
I believe in you.
18! I have a +7! Hey!
So you're seeing Wendy seems like really stoically defending against these oncoming splicers. And you have a crazy idea. Hey, metal can sometimes, like when electrical current passes through it, it can superheat. And if you hit it with enough, you don't have to be smart about it. You just have to hit it with enough juice that it just kind of melts or kind of solders itself together. So you grab him by the shirt and just yank him through the door as these splicers are coming on you. Their taunts in the air. You slam the door shut and you just hold the doorknob and you just you're gonna have to spend a token of Adam to do this. But
oh yeah, I did.
You absolutely charge your power, all focused on this into the door, and you can feel the locking mechanism actually just kind of weld itself together. It's not that you did some wild science and magnetized the door. You just broke it. You just broke it thoroughly and completely. So when you see the door gets hit by the impact of these splicers slamming into it, and it rattles on its hinges, the glass slamming against its mounting point. But the door holds, and you quickly see them trying for the handle, and it's just like it's no longer a mechanism. It's just a hunk of metal and it doesn't move. And you actually hear the sizzle of their flesh as they try to open this door and they scream in frustration. "Ah!" And they're making more noise. They're definitely making a lot more noise than you probably would have preferred. But you like essentially lock the door. And as you're standing there, kind of taking a breath, is there anything like you think to do?
I go. I'm thinking of the next room and where to head.
Yeah. Hold on 2 seconds.
And also keeping an eye out as well. It's just like there's a lot going on. I'm thinking.
A fist smashes through that frosted glass window on the door, and an arm reaches through with a knife in hand. Would you give me a brawn check?
Yeah, definitely. 14. So 16.
You
That's a good roll.
feel the knife pass right by your face as it narrowly misses you.
And I immediately want to just go,
Yeah,
break the fucking arm.
you slam your fist down on this arm. It's the broken glass still in the sill as it smashes against it. Blood like immediately pouring from the gashes. I'll say, hey, Flynn, do you think Josephine wandering around the halls would hear gunshots and then a door being smashed open and then like screams of pain?
You know, I did say I was out of it and not so but that's kind of a lot. So I feel like probably yes. I feel like yeah. Maybe not the first one, but all the
So
things after.
you round the corner to this commotion as you see like
What the hell?
scientists are starting to poke their heads out. It's they still heard gunshots, so they're not eager to go see what it is, but they are like, hey,
Don't worry, I've got it handled. Thank you.
um, you round the corner to see an arm slashing at Hellcat. Wendy just barely missing the cut of the blade. This broken window, just like now arms are starting to reach through to try and do something about it as the door is clearly like locked in place. Um, and I will say, all of you from down the hall see the security doors open, and you do hear the boot stomps of someone coming. I'd like to cut to Addison real quick. Is there anything, because you are kind of camped out in the mechanic kind of like area, is there anything that you want to try for as you hear kind of all of this commotion building and crescendoing?
Yeah. Well, she shut off a section of the ventilation. So I think now things are getting crazy. She heard all the gunshots and she's just sighing at that. She has no idea where Josie went, sighing at that. So now she's like, well, things are chaos. Might as well make it worse. And she's going to start shutting different things down.
Please give me a brains check of
This is so cool.
you know, I'm gonna say it's not actually that difficult to turn things off when you don't care about being seen. So this is actually only a 7. But you will very obviously be seen as the cause of this.
Mm,
Oh.
okay. She's got a story in mind.
Mhm.
Okay, that is, and then brains +1. So 11.
Okay. You you know, if there's already chaos, more chaos. So you start like immediately ventilation is already down. You start activating alarms, but not alarms for like danger, there's an intruder, but alarms for like noxious gas or alarm electrical hazard, which all have their own various klaxons that sound throughout the facility. You shut down uh, like the moderator for the plumbing essentially, and so any of the internal plumbing that is sending stuff from other places immediately gets backed up and causes immense trouble in the system and immediately upon exiting the system. There is pipes bursting. There is definitely somewhere in the facility, some atom has leaked from its tank and is exposed in the air. There is an absolute glut of chaos that erupts immediately. And you know that all of this is traced back to this exact room you are in.
How many seconds or minutes before someone comes by to discover her?
I will allow you one singular action.
Okay. Does she see a vent above, like around her?
Give me a luck check. High, you do. Low, you don't.
That's a 20.
Not only do
I was
you
about to say,
find,
Patrick, you're evil, but thank God for Natalie's birthday.
not only do you find a vent, you find a ladder propped up against it. Apparently, they needed to get some access for some trouble with a weld in there, and you immediately like pop it open, lean it against the wall, and climb right up into that vent, scampering away as you hear a security voice be like, "Oh, what's all this racket then?" And like throws open the door, gun held aloft as he's like, "Oi, what you doing in here? Where'd they go?" And you immediately are clear of the danger. You can navigate the whole facility from this vent. Luckily for you, it's all connected because it's so well ventilated in this whole facility. All right. The rest of you, you are in a very hard spot. How do you want to leave? Because leaving is kind of the only thing you have available to you.
Is there any way that we can play this off calmly, or do we need to when? Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on. I
Boots are
want to
coming, right?
try, and there's security coming, and I was outside of where they are, right? So I want to try and work I work at Eve's Garden type thing, but like in a like just to be distracting enough to get away from the area that I saw my home in, and like I'm gonna draw that like, oh my,
Um,
what your stupid giant turret gun things tried to shoot at me and I got scared and please help me away from that
okay,
area so maybe they can try and get out.
Flynn, go ahead and make me a charm check.
Oh,
It's gonna be an
okay.
8 because these are guards that are needed to stop an emergency.
Yeah.
Wait a
No,
minute. Hold on a second. Wait.
okay.
Oh
Go.
my God.
Do your
Wait,
thing. What?
he's
No. Okay, I've got it though. Hold on. Wait.
uh it's
Oh, fuck
okay.
me. God damn it. It's a one. Oh, no. Wait.
Oh my
Wait.
God.
Wait. Wait. Can I? Am I allowed? Am I allowed to? Denise, I'll
Okay,
pay you
okay.
$30 to
Denise,
Yes.
fucking
Denise.
roll me.
Check chat.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Natalie, happy birthday to me instead of you this time. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and do your reroll.
Fuck, I'm scared. Okay. That's a 4.
Okay, does anyone want to lend some of their Adam in order to help this?
I have 3. I have 3 Adam.
Okay.
I have 3 Adam. I'll use my own.
I
And
will
then
say that lending Adam costs
unless it's
2 Adam instead of the usual 1. So,
what? Well,
Wait, hold on.
don't. So then, can
Flynn,
I just use my 3? Will that
yeah, you
count?
can use your 3, and that'll bring you up to 7. You just need 1 more.
I'll do it.
Oh fuck! Wait, Diane.
Okay,
Diane,
okay.
one more reroll. Okay,
One
I
hold on,
had
more
hold on,
another
hold
reroll.
one. I had
on.
another one.
Oh my god.
That's literally all I
Wait.
could do. That's all I could do.
Fire again.
And this where it's Denise's birthday month. It's Natalie's birthday day. It's where I'm trying to think of all the good things. It's Mother's Day, and I'm a mother. So okay,
Happy
it's
Mother's Day.
happening. It's all happening. That's an 8. What did you say I needed? Please
You
tell me it
needed
was
an 8.
an 8 was okay. Oh fuck me, Jesus! Thank you.
Power
Okay,
of friendship.
the power of friendship compels you. No,
Hey,
wait, that's
I
a
I am so glad that you all pitched in for this. I'm just gonna say,
teamwork.
things do get worse from here.
Oh god.
Okay,
I don't think it's what you think it is.
Oh, no.
hey,
You
hey,
trying
Flynn.
to romance the big daddy?
Wait, it wasn't the Big Daddy, was it?
No, it was
Was
not.
it? Okay,
Flynn,
Okay,
fuck.
listen, I'm paranoid as fuck. Every
I
sound of
mean,
a
that'd be
boots
wild.
is okay.
That'd be
Just like
so fucking wild
daddy.
if I was like, what, Robit? Like,
Flynn,
okay, sorry, go ahead.
you start walking down the hall. You are intent on causing a distraction. You don't have the words in your mind at this instant, but you're like, I gotta do something. You see, the guard forces, like men and women in the security force, charging down the hall. They definitely have ill intent in mind. As
Yeah.
you step forward, you step past a water fountain. For some odd reason, the plumbing got backed up on it. And suddenly there's a spray of
Oof.
water that lands across you. And it's just so inconvenient that it's just so revealing now that you're walking down the hallway and this water just sprayed you down and you're just, you gotta just wipe yourself down from this deluge of water that suddenly hits you out of nowhere. And the guards, very intently marching down the hall, they have a job to do, and they are
But I
marching,
need help.
and they,
And I'm a damsel.
uh, miss, do you, are you in trouble? Is there something we can do to
Everything
help?
is going wrong. I don't understand what the hell is your silly building. First, one of those stupid turrets tried to shoot at me. Do you understand the trauma? And then all the soldiers. I understand the needing a security system, but why this? I don't understand it. Now I'm sorry. I have nothing else.
Um, one of
Please take me
there's
somewhere I can get dry.
a woman is just like staring intently at you for a moment, and she catches herself. It's like, yeah, yeah. Let's get you. You need to clean up.
I'm
It's dangerous
leaving.
in here. These pipes are old, and what is what is going on with this place today?
In need of a
Steve,
remodel.
Steve, I'm gonna escort her out of the. Can you take care of this? It's wild that you are here. I'm just like I'm really just it's so astonishing that this would all go wrong for you today. Um, and proceeds to escort
All
you.
wrong for me. It might be all right.
Um,
And
you
just
two,
kind of
Wendy
lean.
and Hellcat, you have a solid, just like 30-second opening to do what you will do before the water fountain effects, fade.
Run off. Yeah, I mean, like, are we headed to the alternate way? We going around?
Sure.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the only other plan that I would potentially have is putting Wendy back at the front door, because he was fixing things. So if he shows up back at the front door, they're not necessarily going to suspect him. They're going to think he came back from where he was at. But going around also is fine. He's got a shotgun. He's so.
You know what? Then I think that then that may be the safest course of action for you.
Plus, you came with me, so like they would expect to see you come back also.
Mm-hmm. But I
Yeah.
am bleeding a lot.
Ooh, yeah,
I'm not-
that's yeah, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not you in that case.
I'm a little
then.
hurt.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. I'm a little hurt. I mean, I could close my jacket as much as that. What does that look?
You know what? Josie isn't the only one with a first aid kit on her.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
gonna go
learned
ahead
it from you.
I'll go ahead and spend that to kind of get you. I mean, obviously, the shirt is still going to be bloody, but we will stop any sort of injury
Make it all
from
red.
getting worse. I think they would be more suspicious. I think.
came in with the white shirt.
Yeah,
With
you
the red
left.
shirt. Yeah. I mean, like, are there any work like from here to where Wendy was? Are there any like utility closets, lockers, or anything like that? I could maybe find a backup shirt so it's not as suspicious. I could still leave from the front.
Wait, what are you wearing? Sorry, that sounded so bad. Wait, no, Wendy, what are you wearing? Are you able to be like here?
Yeah, that's actually true. What are you wearing?
I mean,
Overalls?
Wendy's probably
I know
got.
that my spicy scene can't steep into your stuff.
I mean, Wendy has lent their blazer to Hellcat once before. Could do it again.
Yeah, you are
There's your
absolutely have
cover.
like you absolutely have like a work blazer to just like it's a tired old like ratty, not ratty, but like it's definitely worn through after being on the job for so long. But a worn blazer is a lot less conspicuous than a bloody shirt.
True. So I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Wendy, that's good.
You easily doff the jacket and wrap it over Hellcat's shoulders.
Yeah. You see like a moment where it like is the way back where Wendy is that where the is that on the opposite direction of my side quest?
It is. You have a choice to make. Either you finish the job or you get out of here in one piece.
Am I stupid, or do we know your side quest, or is
You do
that
not.
the reason that
Well,
you
you're
keep
not
calling it
stupid.
side quest instead of?
Well, you're not stupid. I'll answer that one for you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, I'm here to survive. I'm not gonna do that shit.
Okay.
It's already too hot.
I will say, you guys, the both of you need to make a charm check. The difficulty, I will say, is a 3 because kind of you're just leaving. Like, hey, things are bad. We're getting out. Go ahead and make those rolls for me.
4.
5.
All right. The two of you get to the security checkpoint. You can see that the one in charge of the door is like frantically placing calls, trying to like summon backup, get anyone over here. This place is rapidly closing down, but they spot you out of the corner of their eye. They see your toolkit. They're not really focused on like people who are leaving that were in the facility before. So they just kind of like wave you through. You get through the decontamination chamber with the quick like one door closes, the other one opens, and you step out into the atrium. Technically in the clear, though it's just the two of you. I'm going to come back to Addison, who's climbing around in the vents. Natalie.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely a way out through the vents, but it's a matter of does Addison find it? So I would like you to make me a flight check. The DC is gonna be I'm gonna say it's a 7.
I also want to ask, because I also have a map pamphlet that I had once upon a time ago because Addison's loaded.
My bitch. Yes.
She is paired. She knows Rapture.
Then you may absolutely use that map pamphlet, and it provides you like a clear delineation between like, hey, this is ventilation that clears the facility, and this is stuff that just pulls from general public. It puts you out not in the atrium, it'll actually put you out a bit further up in probably by the library, the Addison library. But you'll at least be clear of this whole thing. And so you're easily able to like clamber around. It's a big old metal vent, so you like make the as you like climb through, but you are able to find a like kind of opening, a light that carries you through, and you dip down and you find yourself. I'll actually say it dips you right into the library. And you come down with like a kind of club, and like the librarian looks over you and is,
I start walking away.
as Hellcat and Wendy are standing out in the atrium, you also then see the decontamination doors open once again, and Josephine comes out. And right next to them is a ginger-haired woman that's like, I mean, like, my weekends are usually free, but like, I mean, what do you, if you're
Hey.
like looking for like a time out, I mean, like,
Usually my shift on the weekends is about 6 to 3:30 or 4. I'd love for you to come by and see me.
I I mean, yeah, I'd love to see a show. That'd be really great. I mean, I'll see you at the Eve's Garden. Okay. And you can see the blush rising to their cheeks as they kind of like toddle off into Optimized Eugenics as klaxons and various other emergencies all go off, and they kind of titter a little bit as they look behind them and enter the facility once more. And you are standing there amongst Wendy and Hellcat.
Wringing out the sides of my dress, just like fully not even caring about like if anything.
Wendy is packing up their like Wendy is basically like putting their shotgun away into the tool roll, like getting out the first aid kit, kind of pulling Hellcat off to the side and kind of keeping an eye out, and they start kind of trying to staunch the bleeding immediately.
Wait,
Hellcat,
are you hurt? And immediately start also pulling out my first aid kit. Saddle up right next to Wendy.
You guys are kind of
never stop hurting yourself.
still in the proximity of a crime, so hanging out here
It's probably not a very
the
good idea.
safest idea. But you can certainly like discuss a couple of things before you probably gotta like get out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Start to pull my stuff out, and then immediately I'm like, wait, where's nearest hole? Where's our nearest hidey? Should we go?
Yes, and turning their attention to Addison. Sorry, to Josie. Addison.
She. And I immediately start to turn around to go back.
Yeah, you can see Wendy's face is kind of like thinking like, should I go back in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no question. I left my kit with you, and I was like, oh, I just invited her into the thing. If I need to, I can say, actually, here's my cell or whatever, but I need to go back in. Right? Absolutely.
I'll say, as you're about to cross a threshold, which would probably be a bad idea, Addison, you hear them shouting about you, and you can overhear the bad idea they're about to have. But you can like you are in the proximity.
Yeah, I think she starts walking. There's like a blast of steam that goes in front of her, and that as it dissipates, she's lighting up a cigarette and just lets out a loud whistle and is like stoically walking. Not even like just the subtle nod acknowledgement, but not looking in case anyone's watching, and is just walking for the way out of this place.
Okay.
Smoking, puffing out.
Patrick, feel free to correct me on this one, but I feel like Wendy would see that, just kind of nod, and then he's gonna grab Hellcat very gingerly, and give a look to Josie that trails to where Addison is, and then he's gonna nonchalantly whistle, "I don't want to set the world on fire," as they walk away. He leads them away.
Mm-hmm.
You all depart.
Thank you.
One of Hellcat's hidey holes, very close by. You're all able to clear the imminent danger of arrest and travel through. Hey, Dianna, did you tell them that you were successful?
Tell who?
Tell the group that you have the folders.
Us.
No, I haven't sent. Oh yeah. I did. I did. I'm like as I'm walking, I'm like you just see me pull out the docs, and I'm just like.
After all of that
Does anybody
stress,
have a way of playing whatever this is? This I don't know. It's important. You'll want to hear it.
Cool.
As all of you depart, various bits of intelligence in your grasp, you head off to digest exactly what it is that you found and have been embroiled in. And I will say, with that, that is the end of this episode. Thank you very much to everyone for watching. This has been a fantastic time watching so many dice explode.
And fail.
Yeah. That's the fun part of it, too. My name is Patrick. I have been your game master today. You can find me on the internet at Blue Sky as Mr. Patrick Cakes. Actually, coming up, I have a charity stream on Wanders Haven on May 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where we're going to be playing a game of robots with sentience 2d20. So that's something fun. I will pass it on to, hold on. Oh, who do I pass it to?
It's
It
usually me.
is Natalie. Oh, yes, Natalie.
I know the production notes. Everybody, my name is Natalie, she, they, and I was playing Addison, she, her. Find me most places on the internet with Ghost Candle or Ghostly Candle on Twitch and YouTube. I'm an artist, actual play performer, and just general variety creative person. So follow me, especially on Blue Sky where I'm most active, to see what I'm up to next.
All right, and we're going to pass it on to Sparrow.
Hi, hello, I am your favorite burb on the interweb, A Black Sparrow, from the Feywild and out in the Zeldathon teams. You can find me at ablacksparrow.com over on the Blue Sky, A Black Sparrow threads, TikTok, Instagram, A Black Sparrow vids on YouTube, but there's not really anything there. I am just doing this for now, but coming up, you can expect to see me live and in living color at Gen Con. So if you see me there, come by, say hello, get yourself a lovely little souvenir to take with you. And I played Wendy, he, him. My pronouns are also he, him. And I had a great time. So I'm going to pass it back to the studio.
All right, let's go to Dianna.
Hi, folks. I am Dianna, also known as Girl Pants, GRLPANTS, on pretty much every level of the internet out there. Pronouns she, her. Today I played Helena Hellcat, and pronouns as well, she, her. And yeah, actual play. Also play in the gaming industry as well. And yeah, you can follow me on Blue Sky. That's pretty much where I am.
And then we will throw it on over to Flynn.
Hi, my name is Flynn. I am the she pronouns, and I played Josephine Holiday with she, her pronouns. And I don't do shit except for this. So follow everybody else, do all their cool shit. I only heard about Pat's charity stream recently, and I'm so excited about that. I'm also I've been listening to Sparrow's podcast. So go do that too, because that's super fucking cool. It's called Amelia and Sherrick. And yeah, happy family, and find me at OMG Sky. Sorry. Anyway, goodbye. Go away. Lovingly.
Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we will see you again next week at the same time.